NFL playoffs. We're talking about NFL playoffs. You bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdown is the key to winning NFL playoffs, and the key to you scoring big, betting on them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something as simple as a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, make your pick. Here's another reason to bet your favorite player to crush it in the playoffs. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big during the NFL playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $200 in bonus bet instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Thank you for joining us. Ohio State will face Notre Dame in the Natty with a 28-14 victory over the Longhorns. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, that guy. Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Liberty City's own, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We want to thank you all for joining us again. You've joined us so many faithful nights. Started in 23, continued in 24, and here we are in the new year of 25, and you're right back with us again. So thank you for your loyal and continued support. Please go check out Shea by Laportier. Now, we have it in stock. Let's celebrate. There's a lot to be thankful for. There's a lot to be grateful for. What better way to celebrate than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? If you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, order it and we'll ship it directly to your door. And please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company on all of its platforms. That's Shea Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. We had our new release just dropped last month. We had shirts, sweats, koozies, beanies, and mugs. Quantities are limited, so please make sure you get yours while supplies last. Tickets for the Super Bowl show in New Orleans is our first spring tour stop, and the tickets are on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. February the 6th in New Orleans. Be there. Big guests lined up. You don't want to miss this. Ocho and Unc will be at their absolute best while the guests add a little flavor to it. You don't want to miss this one. Both Ocho, check this out. Both Nightcap and Club Shay Shay are both nominated for NAACP Image Awards. Nightcap has been nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Arts, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay Shay has been nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Society, and Culture. And I've been nominated for Entertainer of the Year. Please go vote for us. The link is pinned in our social bios and on all of our platforms. Again, thank you so much, because this would not have been possible without you. The NAACP and all the awards, they see what we're doing, Ocho, and they're taking notice. So thank you, fans, for your loyal and continued support. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. As I mentioned earlier, Ocho, Ohio State takes down Texas 28-14. They're seeking their first national championship since 2015, when the Buckeyes will face Notre Dame Monday, January the 20th. Ohio State defensive Jack Sawyer forced a fumble, sack, strip sack, forced fumble, scooped it up, and then guess what? He took off, and that basically iced the ball game as they win 28-14. Ocho.
What happened?
I hate, look here. I don't look, because you and I, we don't really sit down and break down film to evaluate players properly. But I know what my eyes
Talk
tell
to
me.
me.
For the evaluators to have Quinn Ewers evaluated so high, he doesn't do anything to elevate anybody. It's the players around him. I mean, he's missing throws. That game, Ohio State. Yes, Texas, 14-14. The guy runs like a little square out, Ocho. He oversells him, bro. That's a routine throw. If you can't make that throw with no pressure, what throw can you make?
It's all about
for me. I just look at him, Ocho. I just look at him as average.
I mean, listen, most collegiate quarterbacks are average, and the ones that aren't average, you know what they do when you watch them on film? It pops out.
They jump out
to you on film. Listen, it's no disrespect to him, but most of the collegiate quarterbacks are average. The two that we just saw play last night are average as well. There's really nothing special about these individuals. So when their time comes, when it's time to get drafted, I'm hoping the situation is beneficial for them, where the supporting cast is already in place, where they don't have to do much and they don't have to elevate their play to make those around them better. And I mean that in the most respectful way.
Right. It's hard, Ocho, because normally when you're a quarterback and you go high, you go into a team that doesn't have a whole lot of talent around it. Now, everybody is not going to be C.J. Stroud. Well, you have a Nico Collins, you have a Tank Dell, you make a trade for Dalton Schultz. I mean, you get Dalton Schultz in free agency. You have Noah Brown and guys that played well for you. That's normally not the case. Every once in a while, you get that. You'll get a situation where Andrew Luck and he had a Reggie Wayne. But for the most part, Ocho, you know, there's a reason why you lost all those damn games, because you don't have a plethora of talent to try out there.
Another example you can use as well, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels from LSU and going to the Commanders, who were bad, but also had a very, very good supporting cast, you know, with Brian Robinson, Terry McLaurin,
Zach Ertz at tight end.
Naomi Brown. I'm
Yep.
butchering his first name, but you know, he's fortunate. So I'm hoping whenever his time comes, you know, you got the hope. You got the hope to go to a place where they have the help around you, where you can grow at the position. Because right now, based on what I saw tonight,
you say average. I think he's slightly below. He made some few. No, real talk. And I'm not going to beat him up too bad, because he is a 19, 20-year-old kid. And he's not a professional, although he's making $3-4 million in NIL money. So he's played. So theoretically, he should be a professional. But that notwithstanding, he's 20. He's about to be. He's almost 22. Yeah. That notwithstanding, Ocho, I thought the situation. Sark, that second down, he made a toss. Why are you tossing it? Ohio State is loaded with speed. You're not getting to the edges on them. The one thing we know about Ohio State, name the person that's come out of Ohio State in the last decade that can't run. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter the position. I'm talking about O-line, D-line, linebackers, DBs, wide receivers, run it. They got one of the best speed programs in college football.
But this is what you got to do, Unc. In that case, you can't run downhill. The game is won in the trenches. Obviously, throughout the entirety of the game, it was a battle up front on both sides of the ball. Yes. So you know you can't run downhill. So if you can't run downhill and you can't toss, and the passing game wasn't what we're used to seeing them from both teams. It wasn't what we're used to seeing. So what do? You got to try something. You got to try something.
Look, Ocho, think about it, Ocho. They got pass in the end zone, pass interference, pass in the end zone, pass interference.
You had two chances. You had two chances where you got to reset downs, and you got closer to the goal line. And that Ohio State defense said,
I would have tried. I would have tried, Ocho. I know the first play, but I would have tried one more time to run it straight ahead. But not just right into the line. I mean, damn. But I'm not tossing that ball wide. They got too much speed, and they're really good tackles. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think I only counted like maybe one missed tackle, maybe two at the most from Ohio State. When they arrive, the guys he's going down the ground. They do a great job. They're very sudden. They're very well coached, but they can run. Like I said, go back and look at their DBs that come out. They run 4-3. Go look at their wide receivers. They're 4-3. They're low 4-4s. Look at the D-line. Vernon Golston at his size. Now, he couldn't play dead in a horror movie, but he was a hell of a football player at Ohio State. He could run 4-5 at his size. Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson, number 1 overall at damn near 300 pounds, ran 4.7. They can run. And especially defense, Ocho, they sideline to sideline. So basically, you're going to have to tack them, have to hit a crease to try to get something. But tossing that ball wasn't the way to go. But it just goes to show you, because even on that fourth down, Ocho, they brought Arch Manning in. Can you imagine on fourth down, they bringing a quarterback in for a quarterback in the NFL? Every once in a while, you'll see it, or like they'll come in with like a wildcat formation, or you'll fit, so who's
the
done
Saints?
that a lot?
With the Saints.
With Taysom Hill. And sometimes they'll bring the tight end, and he go in motion, and then he'll get the Ravens do a lot of that with Mark Andrews. He'll go in motion, and he'll get up and sneak it. But bro, Quinn Ewers, and I tweeted, I think all Texas UT alum will personally play for any mode of transportation to get Quinn Ewers out of Austin. Whatever you want, Uber, you want Lyft, you want train, you want a taxi, you want an airplane, they will gladly pay to get him up out of Austin. Man.
They had an opportunity,
Yes.
There are moments where Ewers had to step up and be special.
And he didn't.
And those moments, they didn't happen. They didn't happen. He didn't make the throws. He didn't make the plays that he needed to make.
No. Ohio State is already favored by almost 10 points. They're a 9.5-point favorite over Notre Dame. And there are spots that, last week, Ohio State, the first 2 weeks, Ohio State looked unbeatable. Tonight, they look beatable now. There were some opportunities. Now, but here's the thing. Leonard might be worse than Ewers. So it's not like they're going to be a whole, Ocho, he that bad.
You think he's that bad, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He might be worse than yours, and that's saying something.
Dang.
That's saying something, because the thing that Ohio State can do, they can get after your quarterback with 4, but they're not afraid to pressure your ass. They will bring pressure, but they're okay with 4. One of them. Hold on, what's his name? I can't. JT. Just call him JT. I can't. That's a more last name. I ain't finna mess the man's name up. Oh, they better be glad he missed a portion of the game with that ankle injury. Because, boy, he was straight hell. And he was the one that made that on 1st and goal, Ocho. He was the man that made the stop in the backfield. Yeah. I'm like, are y'all going to block him? He the best defensive player. Y'all don't even block him? But, man, Ohio State, they're favored, and rightfully so. I just feel that if they played their best football, I didn't think anybody in the college, after watching them play, I said if they played their best, if everybody plays their best, Ohio State is the best team in the college football. So if they play their best. Now, that's a big if, because you need to play your best on that particular day.
So how do you feel about Notre Dame? What if Notre Dame goes out there and plays their best? Now, Notre Dame is no slouch, They're no slouch, especially defensively. I'm excited to see. I'm sure Notre Dame, I think they play a little bit more man, as opposed to Texas, who played more zone with a 2 shell, where Jeremiah Smith wasn't able to have the type of game we were used to seeing him have, like he had against Tennessee, or the type of game he had against Oregon. Notre Dame is going to play a little bit more man. A little bit more man. You're going to have to show us. I don't think they're going to stray away from what they normally do. And this game was heavily occupied by the running backs, whether it be the running game or whether it be in the pass game. And two of the touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, for Ohio State,
running back pass out of the backfield to the running back,
screen out the backfield, and in a dive play right up the A gap.
No, you talking about for Ohio State or Texas?
I'm talking about Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, screen. But Ocho, that was heartbreaking, because you make it a 7-7 ball game, and I don't know, in that situation with 20 seconds, why would you need to get exotic? Why would you bring pressure and drop the in that situation? You don't need to get exotic. Let's just play straight coverage.
Oh, but the back came out the backfield
on that screen,
yeah.
But number 4 has got to make that tackle. You can't throw and miss. You got to get the guy down. Okay, let's have a 20-yard game. Ocho, you can't let him hit his head on the goalpost in that situation. You just can't. You just can't. But Ohio State, look good in spurts. And then Texas, like, okay, Texas, you're right there. You're right there. They needed to get a cup, because when they stopped Ohio State, Texas needed to get the ball back and get some first downs. But they would go right back out there, basically go 3 and out, and punt the ball right back to Ohio State. I'm like, well, damn.
I think when I think it might have been 7 minutes on the clock, and Ohio State had that long an 11, 12 play drive, and they were able to score. At that point, I knew it was sticky. I knew it was sticky. I knew it was going to be sticky from that point on, because now you have to step up and almost be like Patrick Mahomes. In those moments in time when the pressure's on and the throws you're going to have to make to put your team and carry them on your back, it didn't happen. It didn't happen the way, well, it did happen, and the ball went the other way. The ball went the other way.
Hey, but here's the thing, Ocho. Even though when they made it 21-14, Texas got the ball and went right down the field. Now, Ocho, again, see? Ocho, why would the tight end do that? He makes a great play, and then you point at the guy. You see, Ocho, now see? That's the stuff that I'm talking about. And then he like, oh, what happened? Bro, you know you can't do that. That's all, Ocho. That ain't something new. That's always been in the play.
Yeah. Caught in the moment. Caught in the moment.
Man, this was, like I said, Ohio State, look, they did a great job of neutralizing. I mean, if you think about it, Ocho, they did a great job of stopping the run. 23 carries for 82 yards. They didn't let them run wild on them like Oregon, like they ran wild on Oregon. They did
their job. You got to understand.
They limited Jeremiah Smith. They gave up the one big play right before the half. But to give them credit, that could have been a backbreaker, because that took a lot of life, because you had gone the entire first half with no points. You get a touchdown with like 25, 30 seconds to go, and then you kick the ball off. They take it at the end and get on the 25, and then one play there in the end zone. So that could have been a backbreaker. But give Sark guys credit. They go in there, they regroup. They made it a ball game. 14. Hey, they tied up at 14. Ohio State scored a touchdown late in the ball game. 21-14. Texas get the ball. Ewers makes a couple of big throws. Then right back down the field. Give Ohio State credit. They said, okay, you down here. Now what you going to do? You ain't done anything until you get the ball into the end zone. Until you get all that's fine. And I know I saw UT fans, they're going crazy. The burnt orange and white, they're going crazy because that's the Cotton Bowl. You're in Dallas, Texas. There are a lot of fans in Texas that went to UT. Ohio State said, bro, until you get this ball in the end zone, I don't know what y'all jumping up and down for. Watch this. First down. Second down. Second and goal. But you lose 3 yards. Fourth.
Listen.
I'm like, bro.
Penalties kill both of these teams. Penalties, a lot of penalties, some in the first half, some in the second half. And I think the momentum, especially for Ohio State, it was in the first half, where I think they could have gone up another, but they got a penalty back them up 15 yards. And every time they got that 15-yard penalty, there was really, again, like we fussed about last night. We talked about being able to get 20 yards in one shot in one play. Look how difficult it was for them to recover on both sides of the ball. Texas too, and Ohio State. But once they got them 50-yard penalty, it was impossible. The playbook shrinks significantly because there's only so many plays you can call to actually get a first down. You try to get it in chunks, but it's damn near impossible based on all the defensive plays you can call to prevent it from happening.
But the thing is, Ocho, is like a lot of times, like when you get it, like, okay, you get a big play and it's first down and they call it back. So now it's all of a sudden it's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and 25. You just try to get 10 of it back. You don't try to get it all back. You just try to get it. So now let's make it 2nd and 15. Okay, let's get 7, 8 yards. Now we got something that we could deal with. It's just hard to consistently pick up 3rd and long. You start getting them 3rd and 8, 9, 10, 15. You might get 1 or 2 a game, but the likelihood of you making a living picking up that kind of distance is not very good. But like I said, Will Howard, 24-33, 289, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bro, you got – does anybody not see that buzz linebacker? That's what I just want to know. Does anybody see that buzz linebacker? On the deep
curl route. But
he buzzed right up underneath.
But you have to think about it. What I think he thought is with that play-action fake, once you go down there and you draw them linebackers up, I don't think he expected a linebacker to be to drop that goddamn deep. Like that curl route, I'm talking about that was a deep curl. That was about 18 to 20 yards.
But see, the reason why the guy dropped, because he don't have any run responsibility. So if I ain't got no run responsibility, why I give a damn if he play fake it? That ain't my job. Offensive line and the Mike Backer got that. I got buzz. Guess what I got? I got flat to hook. So guess what I'm gonna do, Ocho?
Hook,
ain't nothing to threaten me in the hook in the flat. Let me get my ass
but
in the hook.
You know one thing about it, and I think it comes obviously with chemistry and timing, and then actually the quarterback and the receiver being on the same page. In the NFL, something like that, that same play, if you want to play inside the hook, I'm gonna come right on around that. And the quarterback gonna be able to see that, but he's gonna see that backer dropping into the hook and wait for the receiver come right off his ear hole and throw the ball right off his ear hole. Just come on back down to the ball.
But you know, in college, they don't really get that like that. Basically, he not reading it because he's coming straight back to the ball. So I'm thinking the quarterback seeing the guy up underneath me, he ain't gonna even attempt to throw me the ball because you need something to like threaten him to the flat to make him get wide. And all I need is a crease. Make him get wide. But now nobody gets wide. He's gonna drop straight back to that hook to curl, whatever they call it. He's there. I'm like, bro, same thing happened last night. Notre Dame. When he got the pick, I'm like, bro, did y'all not see that man buzz that? I'm like, damn, what are y'all looking at? Do y'all not see that? I mean, I see it. And plus Ocho, he stared him down too.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Even if he didn't stare him down, if you did what you're supposed to do as a quarterback, you get that ball after that play action fake and you look down the barrel of the safety in the middle of the field, I think the backer would still be in that goddamn lane because he knows his.
Yeah, because that's he hooked the curl. He got that, Ocho. That's his only responsibility. Son, guess what? Man, if he run an over route, that's not your responsibility. If they run the ball, that's not your responsibility. What is your responsibility? You let him catch that hook the curl, and the coach gonna cut your ass out because you got one responsibility. You got flat the hook.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
That's your responsibility. Do your job.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
Could have been better had Ewers played better. Ocho, check this out. Ex-Georgia quarterback Carson Beck commits to Miami less than 24 hours after entering the transfer portal. Beck committed to play for the Hurricanes. Beck will reportedly make $4 million from the Hurricanes in the transfer portal, landing him among the highest paid players in college football. Beck's girlfriend, Hannah Cavender, is a star Miami's women's basketball player alongside her twin sister, Haley. Hannah makes nearly $1 million in NIL money. They must have not saw Carson Beck.
I ain't want to say nothing. I didn't want to say anything, but Carson Beck looks the way he does because of his supporting cast. Look what he had surrounding him at Georgia. Now,
and they ain't got that at UM.
I mean, listen. Now we have some dogs. I don't think
y'all got some good players, but y'all ain't got them 5-star like Kirby.
We ain't got nothing like that. But we do have some guys that can make some plays. I will tell you that it's not the Hurricanes of the old. Where no matter what position you go to, we talk about first rounders, 5 stars. I mean, we don't have that, but we got some animals. It's still Miami. It's still the Hurricanes. So again, now Beck is going to have to come in. He's going to have to improve. He's going to have to improve and do some of the things that Cam Ward was able to do. Cam Ward was able to elevate the players around him because special.
Yes,
he was that good. So I mean, people are going to understand. Carson Beck, you're going to understand. You're going to have to play better. You're gonna have to play better.
I'm just trying to figure out what his turnover machine. Did they not see him last year? I mean, really, I'm being truthful, Ocho. I'm being very, very truthful. Did they not see his body of work last season?
Yeah.
If you if you saw his body of work, look, I don't begrudge anybody getting that money. But if they give him money out like that, hey, I'm about to have me another kid. hey, you could be some butt sauce to get $1 million. If you halfway good, you get 2.5. If you damn good, you gonna get 4 to 6.
Yeah, especially you play the quarterback position.
I'm like, damn. No, I hate Miami. The Hurricanes are the Hurricanes. I'm just saying. Maybe they didn't. And he's coming off an injury. He hurt his elbow. I don't know. I don't know if it's significant. He's gonna have to have surgery. Maybe rest will heal it. But Ocho, and again, he was another one. Oh, he come out. He gonna be a top 5 pick. Quinn Ewers. He's ready better than Shador. He's ready. I'm like,
slow down.
I'm just telling you what the evaluators had it. I ain't having it.
Whoever the evaluators are, they need to get the eyes checked.
Oh, he had surgery. Ocho, and he had surgery on his elbow.
Okay. Listen, if they still gave him the money, the extent of the injury and the timetable it takes for him to heal and recover and get better, I'm assuming he will be fine. Wait, is it his throwing hand?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I don't know.
Miami need to fix their defense, though.
Yeah.
That's what they need to fix. It's hard. And because one turnover probably is going to doom you. And you saw that time and time again. Cam Ward played really, really well. But if he turned the ball over one time, it probably was going to end up costing them the game.
The other team is going to score. They're going to go down and score.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And so that's what they're going to, Miami, that's what the Canes need to get. They need to get some defensive help. They need to get some guys in the portal to come play defense for them. Now, I don't know if all the guys that are coming back, I know Cam Ward is leaving. I don't know how many of those receivers are coming back. I mean, they had a tight end that was
8 What year?
Yeah, he was like 30. He out there playing with kids. He could go, but he the only one that could go buy beer. And you know, when you were in college, Ocho, you had that one old guy, that senior, that could go buy beer, and he was the guy that was in charge
of getting the beer. Yeah. That's fun.
But man, they look Beck, $4 million, Ocho. And that was quick because he just put his name in the portal yesterday? And here he is, he's already got a team lined up.
You already know what that means. You know, things going on behind the scene. Things were going on behind the scenes. Conversations were being had already prior to, which is why everything was able to unfold that damn fast.
Yeah, but and the thing is, Ocho, he saw the writing on the wall. He saw the writing on the wall because he didn't play as well this year as he played last year. And this ain't no in college football, it used to be, okay, yeah, you came, you committed to us, and you know, you're a sophomore, so we're gonna give you a junior year. If you're a junior, we're gonna give you a senior. That ain't it no more. And the way they got it set up now with this NIL, bro, you on scholarship semester to semester. It is what it is, because it normally was like year to year, Ocho. You signed it, basically it was a contract for 1 year at a time. Now that thing semester to semester. It's too much money involved. It's too competitive. And guys, like, hey, coaches are kind of like handcuffed, Ocho. Because you bench a guy, he jumped in the portal. He gone. And he a 5-star. He gonna find a place to land, Ocho. He a 4 or 5-star.
And you gotta understand, most of the time, sometimes you have 5 stars that don't play like 5 stars. That's why they're sitting on the bench.
But here's the thing, though, Ocho. Here's the difference. The other team, when they jump in that portal, they realized he was a 5-star and they wanted him. So now I'm gonna pay $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, whatever it takes to get and put him in my program because I wanted him before he went to where he went to. That's the same thing with Beck. I don't know what Beck was, but in order to get that kind of money, somebody had to have wanted him.
Obviously, and you look at what.
And he did play quarterback at the top at UGA. That's one of the premier programs in all of college football. So he was the starting quarterback, Ocho, for 2 years.
Which commands the kind of money he's getting. It commands and warrants, the salary or the NIL money that he's going to get because of where he played and the success he did have despite his woes last year.
Yeah, but Ocho, $4 million for him. Hey, I don't begrudge nobody getting the money. Hey, if y'all gonna pay it, I'm taking it too. Cause I'm sure somebody probably say, hey, when I was making the money, I was making like, damn, Shannon making that kind of money. What I'm supposed to do? Say, man, I ain't worth that, but I ain't worth that. Hey, take some of this money back. I'm taking it. I'll let y'all figure it out. Y'all made a mistake later. Ocho, ESPN repolled 20 scouts and executives, asked them who is the top quarterback in the 2025 draft, 2025 NFL draft. In the latest poll, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders got 11 votes. Cam Ward got 9 votes. Carson Beck, well, now y'all discredited it because Carson Beck got 5 and Jalen Milroe got 4, and Quinn Ewers got a vote. So now, since y'all done did that, I don't even know what to take. I don't even know what to make of it.
And listen, I have a question. How come when it comes to the voters,
Yes.
the people that do not only the all-pro voting in the NFL, but just the voters that do the voting in college, how come we can't see exactly who they are?
No, they're scouts. They're former executives and scouts.
Sometimes
you're not supposed to be participating in stuff like this. So that's why you got to keep it anonymity.
I don't like that, because sometimes even their eye is wrong. Even their eye is wrong.
Yes.
Sometimes the way they judge is wrong. I think people in positions like that, when it comes to scouts, GMs, they should be former players at some time, or maybe former players should help consult based on certain positions that play the game at a high level. They should help in that area. Most of the time, you look at GMs and scouts, it's people that never played the game. They just been around the game, and they know what it should look like, but didn't really play the position.
No.
Or didn't really play the sport. They doing everything based off analytics. Or I've been around, I've studied it. I know. No. You have players that have played the game that can tell you. Now, despite what it may look like, you also have to take into account, look at the competition you're playing against. That's why, whoever it may be, Exhibit A may look that goddamn good. But look what happens. He disappears against better competition. So what do you think is going to happen if he plays in the NFL? I don't know. It's so many different variables that go into it. I would love to get into scouting, like that when it comes to looking at receivers. Never mind. That's a.
You know how much time you got to put in to do that, Ocho?
I already know. I already know. But I just like it.
You right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I like the part about watching film, studying film, and watching receivers.
No, you like the thought. You like the thought of watching film and doing all that. You don't like actually doing that.
Yeah. Unless I'm finna play.
That man say, the thought of just looking at tape and
listen, hey, you know what? Despite what you may think, as far as perception and me when it comes to, just doing stuff like that. Now I will do it. I will do it.
You do it, Ocho. You do it for you, because you need to know what the defense is going to do. You ain't trying to look at no just.
I would enjoy it though. I would think I would enjoy it,
Chad, what y'all think? Y'all think Ocho? Yeah. Y'all think Ocho would have watched tape?
Yeah. Hey man, you won't believe this, man, tonight, man.
What happened?
Man. But listen, I almost ain't make the show, boy. I almost went to jail, boy.
What happened?
Boy, listen. So my daughters, my two oldest, they in town right now, man. Jakira and Sade. Thank you, baby. I know y'all might be watching. I love y'all. I appreciate it. They took me to no food for dinner, right?
They took you where? Food.
I've never been to restaurants, obviously those type of restaurants. So it was nice. They sell sushi and stuff like that. I don't, whatever. I enjoyed it though. The ambiance was cool. The service was phenomenal. It was out there on Collins on I'm talking about Nobu. I'm talking about no food. Nobu. So I
was gonna say that's what I'm looking at. Like that's what I'm looking at. Saying no food. Oh, I ain't never heard of that, but okay. He telling the story. This is his story. Let him tell it.
The food I ordered shrimp tempura rolls. I don't like avocado, so I had them remove the avocado. I ordered steak. I ordered steak as well. Skirt steak. It was chopped up in half. It was cool. And my daughters ordered, but they ordered, and I tasted some of their food. With it being my first time, experiencing this restaurant, it was cool. It was cool. It's not something that I would go to on my own. But it was their suggestion. They wanted to do something nice for me. So boom, I enjoy that. Boom. So I tell them I'm watching the game on my phone. And the waiter keep coming, trying to make sure I'm okay. I'm like, man, I'm okay, man. I'm just watching the game, so I know what to talk about tonight, on Nightcap. And he know, man, I'm a fan of the show. I really enjoy it. I like it. You and Unc, the chemistry, y'all are really funny, man. And so I say, cool. So I paid the bill early because I know I got to leave. So by the time the third quarter hit, I jump in the car. So I jump in the car just to make sure I'm able to get here on time. I'm speeding. I'm doing about 80. I didn't realize I was doing 80. I was doing 80 to 65. So I'm like, oh, snap. Boom. The lights come on behind me. Oh, Lord. Police done pulled me over, man. I put my seatbelt on. I ain't had my seatbelt on. So I hurried up and skirted and, snuck my seatbelt on real quick, right? So boom.
Right.
Dude come to the door. He tap on the window. I roll the window down. I said, how you doing, sir? He didn't even say nothing back. I was trying to be nice. He said papers. I said scissors. I said, well, hell, I won. So he went back to the car. Shoot, when he went back to the car, shoot, I drove off.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I drove off. Shoot. I took off. He done came back behind me. So I'm thinking maybe he won a rematch because he lost the paper, rock, scissors. You know, because he talking about paper shit. I said scissors. So I thought he left because he thought he lost.
Right.
Man, I took him all. I brought him all the way to the house, man. He followed me all the way to the house, wrote me a ticket, man. He said, "You lucky. I like your humor. You lucky. I like your humor, and I'm a fan of yours." And I said, "Man, you watched the show too?" He said, "Yeah." And I was trying to figure out. He said, "I left to go back to the car so I can get an autograph and a picture." I wasn't leaving for you. He didn't leave when I said scissors, and I said, "Hey, I won." He didn't leave. He left to go get a paper, to go get a pen so I could sign something. But I took off and left. I thought he was done.
So he wrote you a ticket.
He wrote me a ticket, man. Wrote me a ticket.
Dang.
But it's cool. It's cool. I was trying to be funny. I was trying to be funny about papers. I mean, what you say?
No, I don't joke.
Say
with
registration,
Ocho.
Registration and driver's license, please. He said papers. I said scissors.
Ocho.
So I won.
Ocho, I think you forgot what color you are.
Oh, I'm in Miami though. I'm good here. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm good.
Ask Tyreek Hill, was you good?
That's different. Reek ain't from here. I'm from home.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
You ain't home. If you was for home, you wouldn't have got no ticket.
Oh, well, but he had to follow me for 30 more minutes, so that's why I got the ticket.
I don't care.
He paid.
Hey, he's supposed to have gave you an escort home. Hey, Ocho, check this out. A veteran scout said this is one of the weakest classes. There's not a lot of depth to it, and there's not a lot of high talent players either. Ocho, do you agree with this?
Absolutely not. I can give you 5. The defense end from Penn State, high level talent.
Abdul Carter,
Travis Hunter, high level talent. Cam Ward, high level talent. There's a D tackle. I don't know his name off the top of my head. High level talent. Cam Ward, high level talent. Based on the situations that the quarterback go to, they're gonna be fine. Now you think about the Giants are picking early. Who else picking early?
Cleveland, Raiders, Jacksonville, New England.
Jacksonville's not taking no quarterback. And
but here's the thing. No, but he said he's not just talking about the quarterback. He's saying the level of talent and the depth of talent in the class. You name 5 players. There's 32 draft spots.
You're right about that. I can only name 5
So
players.
you agree with it?
Yes, so I do agree. Yeah,
so you agree with him. There's not a whole lot of high-level talent, and there's not a whole lot of depth. There's talent in every draft. But some drafts, there's a plethora. You're going to get great value from a guy in the second or the third round.
This is the thing. This is the funny thing about it, especially, again, with the eye test, evaluating talent. You never know who might be a gem that might not be seen as a high-level talent right now. But all of a sudden, they get to the NFL, they get to the right situation, they're used based on their strengths, they're able to hide their weaknesses and use them to the best of their abilities based on where they go. All of a sudden, boom, you got a gem that comes out of nowhere that you got in the 3rd or maybe the 4th round.
Well, you look at 2011, you get Cam at 1, you get Vaughn at 2, and you get J.J. Watt, you get Cam Jordan, you get Hayward, you get and down the line, you go get a Richard Sherman, you get a Julio Jones, you get an A.J. Green. You see what I'm going? You get a Tyron Smith. Now you see where I'm going, but they say loaded, top to bottom, high level talent.
Kind of draft.
This draft lacks that. There's some gems. There's some guys in here that we think a lot of. And you're right. There's always going to be a hidden gem that doesn't get value, don't get the high grade, but comes in and plays really, really well. You're like, well, damn, if we were redrafting, this guy would go higher. This guy probably be a 1st round pick, so forth and so on. But when I look at this draft, I don't see like, whoo, boy, this thing. Hey, if I miss my guy here, I'm gonna get a great guy.
No, I think this draft, as far as owners, scouts, and GMs, they're gonna have to be very sure on who they want and who they're picking, and they have to go through film with a fine-tooth comb, understanding the needs that they do need. and go from there. But again, I think there are some gems, there are some names or players that might have certain issues, character stuff off the field that are very good, that aren't getting noticed. They get a chance and they get an opportunity. They can surprise a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Ocho, we got some bad news. Former LSU wide receiver Kyren Lacey is wanted for negligent homicide and a felony hit and run in a connection with a December 17th crash that killed one person and injured two others in Louisiana, according to state police. Lacey was allegedly illegally passing other vehicles at a high rate of speed by crossing the center lane and entered an oncoming lane in a no passing zone. A truck swerved to avoid colliding with Lacey. The vehicle and vehicles behind it collided head on with another vehicle going in the opposite direction. Following the crash, Lacey drove around the crash scene, fled south on Louisiana Highway 20 without stopping to render aid, call emergency services, or report the involvement in the crash, according to police documents.
Hey, Unc, man.
Ocho.
You can't.
Ocho, I know he know what happened to Ruggs. I know he know. He had to see that, Ocho. But I get it. Ocho, when you young, you never think anything like this. So I can't beat him up too bad because I've driven at a high rate of speed. Now, I wasn't, trying to pass on it, but I'm just going, it's just, Ocho, how it is. Like, I'm on 95, and I'm coming from Daytona. I'm going back to Savannah. So it's just two lanes, and there's a median, there's a fence. So 2 lanes, me and the traffic going this way. But I'm saying? There is no possibility of another car coming this way. I was wrong. Now, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to condone because I was traveling at 108 miles an hour. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Got 2 tickets. Guy said I clocked you at 108 and the other guy clocked you at 92. So we got to write you 2 tickets. Does anybody here? Hey, they put me in the car, Ocho. They like, anybody here got driver's license that can drive the car? Let my one of the dudes that went to college with me, he drove the car. They took me to the police station. It's like bond like $1,500. I broke that thing. You know what I mean? Ocho, I was counting money. They thought I had a money counter in my pocket. I've been peeling off the money. He's like, if you don't mind, what do you do? Hey, hey. I can't tell y'all. Then y'all gonna keep me here longer. Y'all might bring the dog to sniff the car. I can't tell you what I do, but just know I'm gonna get up out of here. But guys, you gotta just be careful. And Ocho, when you young, you believe you are invincible, especially if you're an athlete. Now, I like I said, we've been athletes our whole life, Ocho. So know how we think. Man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Hold on. You gotta add the other element to it now. Not only do you think you're invincible when you're an athlete, when you're a good athlete at that, you're in college, you're on top of the world, but this is the other element that makes it even that much more dangerous. Money. Now they got money.
Oh, yeah.
Now they got money. So once you add the money to it, now you really feel you're invincible and you're not thinking right. You're not in your right state of mind. So some of the things that you do when you are young, driving fast, drinking, clubbing, having a good time, feeling that you are invincible in certain situations when normally in your right state of mind, when you're older and you're a little bit more experienced, you're not thinking about that stuff, But now you get to sit back, that your career,
and that's what it gets.
Your career might be over, huh?
No, it all depends. Maybe it's a first-time offense. He's young. I was just reading this report. I don't know if we're going to talk about it, that Henry Ruggs is eligible for parole in August of 26. He'll be 26 years of age. In a situation like this, Ocho, where they get you is that you fail to render aid. You fail to call because you have the definition of a crime is an act or a failure to act where there's a responsibility to act. You in this situation, you got a responsibility now. And he neglected his responsibility. Hey, call. Hey, man, even if you, Ocho, if you just call, now what you should have done is stop, try to call 911. Hey, what's your emergency? There's a serious car accident that happened, blah, blah, blah. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm gonna get me an attorney. I'm gonna call my attorney as soon as I get the phone with you. I'm calling an attorney. Hey man, this is bad accident, and I was involved, so I'm probably gonna keep my mouth shut. But I'm just letting you know. That's just thinking like that, just thinking. But in a situation like that, Ocho, guys, we got to just be smart. And I get it. I was young. I ain't finna sit here. I ain't finna beat the man up too much because I've done some things that I look back at it like, boy, woo, boy, Mary Porter. No, she was a God-fearing woman, and she laid some prayers down because ain't no way some situations that I was in, a lot of stuff. I told y'all some of the situations. There's some situations in that, hey, Shannon go, hey, my casket go, hey, Ocho, they might have to have my casket on a forklift because all these stories that I'm going to take with me gonna make it real heavy. My casket real heavy. And some things you know what, Shannon? Just go on and take that with you. But guys, we just got to be careful. Come on, the family that lost loved one, and the injured parties. You know, your heart goes out and you empathize for them because this is something that could have been prevented. This is not a tire blew out, Ocho. You know what I'm saying? This is not a deer jumps out in the road or something like that. This was, and most accidents are human error. This was human error. And it could have been prevented. But like I said, Ocho, I've been young and I just feel bad because that's a heavy burden to bear, Ocho. To know, hey, that you call someone to have to get that knock on the door and tell them that family member ain't coming home. You responsible that's on you, bro. And so, guys, we just gotta be smarter and try not to put ourselves in those situations. Things are gonna happen, but accident. No, that's irresponsibility.
Yeah, most definitely. And one thing about that man upstairs, when you're not moving the way you should move, and you're not answering or heeding to the signs that he gives you that you should slow down. Stuff like this happens to you to get you to sit down, to get you to slow down, to get you to understand you ain't moving the way you should be moving. So since you're not listening to me and the signs that I'm giving you, let me sit you down in a different way.
Get your attention. Ocho, the NFL All-Pro team was announced. The quarterback, the first team quarterback, Lamar Jackson. It's hard to see a scenario where the first team All-Pro quarterback
doesn't win MVP. So
I can't recall a situation where that's happened. If you go back, you look at over the last decade plus, every quarterback that's been the first team All-Pro
MVP.
Not, normally, like I said, especially if the quarterback's going to win the award. Now, there's a situation that Peyton was the first team quarterback, but Adrian Peterson won the award. We believe, you and I believe, that a quarterback's going to win the award. You went Josh, I went Lamar. I think Lamar's going to win the award. It's going to be hard for him to be like, hold on. If Josh Allen's the MVP, he should have been first team all-team pro quarterback, correct? And because Lamar is the first team, so that's where I think it's going to go. But let's go ahead and run through it. Saquon, first team running back. Patrick Ricard is the first team fullback. Brock Bowers is the first team all-pro tight end. You had 2 unanimous selections at wide receiver, both former Tigers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. The slot is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Left tackle, for the first time he was a right all-pro right tackle, and he's been an all-pro left tackle. That's Tristan Wirth. Left guard, Joe Thuney. Center, Creed Humphrey. Right guard, Quinn Menarez, Bronco. And right tackle is Penei Sewell. Now, Sewell is the one that surprised me because I kind of thought they would go with Lane Johnson. Because Lane has had a hell of a season. The first team All-Pro defense, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson are your edge. Cam Hayward and Chris Jones are your interior. Zach Braun, Fred Warner are your inside linebackers along with Roquan Smith. Pat Surtain had 49 of the 50 votes. Darryl Stingley Jr., Marlon Humphrey is the slot corner. Kerry Joseph is the safety along with Xavier McKinney. Now, how Pat Surtain is not unanimous.
There's always one oddball, huh? There's always one oddball. Always. That's why I said the people that do the voting, they need to be revealed. They need to be revealed. And who was, if you got 49 votes, who's the oddball? You know what that remind me of? Remember that episode of Martin where Cole and Martin, they were deliberating on the guilty, somebody being guilty for something that happened. You remember the episode? And Cole kept saying innocent.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just that's what it reminds me of. But one of the things I like, who was the other corner on the other side?
Derek Stingley Jr.
Hey, Stingley's the real deal. And I'm
for sure. He had the unbelievable season.
I'm glad he's getting the recognition that he deserves for the way he's been playing, not just this year, last year as well. Derek is very, very good. Very good.
SEC. So you had Brock Bowers, SEC, Chase, SEC, Jefferson, SEC. You got Myles Garrett, SEC. You got Chris Jones, SEC. You got Roquan Smith, SEC. You got Pat Surtain, SEC. You got Derek Stingley Jr., SEC. You got Marlon Humphrey, SEC. You got Xavier McKinney, SEC. But the SEC ain't the conference. I missed something, but that's okay. Who else? Okay, that's it. I don't know what Zach Brown went to Wisconsin, so he ain't it. Fred Warner went to BYU. Cam Hayward went to Pittsburgh. Trey Hendrickson, I'm not familiar where he went to school. I know Miles went to A&M. Creed Humphrey went to Oklahoma, didn't he? I think Creed Humphrey went to Oklahoma. So he might be another SEC guy. Yeah. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 your 12 offense in the SEC. And you got Chris Jones, you got Myles Garrett, you got Roquan Smith, Pat Surtain, Derek Stingley Jr., Marlon Humphrey, and Xavier McKinney. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the 12 all pro on defense, SEC.
Is it really the conference or is it the player? They just so happen to play for collegiate teams in the SEC.
Why you think they go there? You ain't going. You're not going to Georgia and Alabama and Texas A&M to be a Rhodes Scholar. You're going to go to the NFL. I'm just gonna be 1,000 with you. That's why you go to those schools. The same reason they go to Ohio State. What am I going to Ohio State for?
Yeah.
Now, maybe if I go to Stanford, man, I sure hope it. But I'm really thinking about I'm going to be a finance, I'm going to be econ, I'm going to be something like that. You go there, you know what you're thinking about.
Most definitely.
Because them coaches are going to tell you, son, you're not here on an academic scholarship. You're not here in the band. You're here to play football.
Yeah.
That's what Coach Davis would tell us all the time. Son, I saw your grades. You couldn't get in prison. But this is normally an indication. Sir. The first team all-pro quarterback. And we think that's going to be Lamar Jackson is the first. And I said it's a tough decision. Ocho, I voted for this award for a decade. I took it very, very seriously. That's what really, you watch all the games. And plus, like when you're in studio, Ocho, and so you're watching all the games. And you're taking notes, and you're watching O-line play, and you're watching D-line play, and you're watching all of this because you got to vote for it. Because you got to vote for the All-Pros. And it's just not like the Pro Bowl where you just vote for conference. You're voting for the best player at said position, regardless of conference. And so it looks like Lamar Jackson is going to be a back-to-back MVP. That's what it's looking like. The writing on the wall, if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, and I read at a really good level, maybe not pronounce all the words correctly, but I read at a good level.
But listen, I'm going to be happy for Lamar. Obviously, with my Bengals being out, my hope for Lamar is to do what he's done in the regular season, but carry that same magic in the postseason. Carry that same magic in the postseason. And as much as I love my Bengals, as much as I am who they from head to toe, if there is a team out the AFC that I would love the host at Lombardi, it's not the team itself, but it would be for Lamar. It would be for Lamar to actually win that Lombardi trophy just to get that monkey off his back.
He's got to, Ocho.
An elite company, with very few that have done it. So that pressure that haunts him, especially in the postseason, is gone. It's no longer there. So he's talked about in the class of with the elites, obviously being a 3-time MVP
the Mahomes, winner. The Brady's, the Mannings, the Joe Montanas, the guys that's won multiples. Because he's the only multiple that doesn't have a Super Bowl. Now he's 28. He got years to go, and that's the thing that people don't. I'm not saying that his career, because his career by no stretch would be a disappointment. I think it would be disappointing. It wouldn't be a failure, because if you got 3 or 4 MVPs and you got no Super Bowls, come on now.
Yeah,
let's be real. Let's be fair.
It's disappointing, but it's not a failure.
No, hell no. Okay. MVPs, man. That means you want. You got 3. Now he get a couple of Super Bowls. We got to start talking about this man as a top 5 quarterback.
Absolutely.
You got to start talking about it, because right now, top 5, no matter how you slice it, you got to say Brady, you got to say Montana, you got to say Mahomes. It doesn't matter though. We know Brady got all the, he got 3 MVPs, 5 Super Bowl MVPs. He got 7 Super Bowls, so he has to be one. But Joe and Patrick Mahomes need one more playoff win, and he'll tie Joe for the second most wins for a quarterback in playoff history. So this is where Lamar Jackson, you would have to see, and the guy that many thought he needed to be a wide receiver, many thought he needed to be a running back. The guy that said he couldn't do what he couldn't do, he couldn't do. Somehow he's turned himself into a 3-time league MVP and a potential Super Bowl winner. Then there's nothing else you can say.
And that is my argument, and why I said what I said earlier, my little spiel when it comes to scouts, talking about the draft coming up. Now there are no talents like Lamar Jackson was when he was coming out of Louisville, but just the fact that those watching that are supposed to be professionals that are going back to owners and GMs and telling them who's what and who's who. This is the eye. Your eye tells you that this individual should play running back. Your eye tell you that this individual should go play receiver. Huh?
All Lamar is doing is what he did at Louisville when he won the Heisman. You tell me what he's not doing. He threw for 3,500 yards in about 12, 13 games. He rushed for 13, 14, 1,500 yards. So tell me what he's doing different now than what he did at Louisville when he won the Heisman.
He's improved and he's a better thrower of the ball. I know that.
He is. But before this Renaissance, they would have moved Lamar Jackson, or he'd had to go to Canada like Warren Moon,
Doug Flutie, Kurt Warner.
Yeah, he'd have moved. They'd have moved it. There are a lot of guys that had the ability, but you black quarterback,
that stigma.
He's athletic.
Yeah, that stigma was heavy, boy. That stigma was heavy. Mind you, that stigma is still there. It's still there. Yeah. No, it's the elephant.
But guess what? Not everybody looking for that athletic quarterback.
The game has changed. The game itself has changed offensively. They don't want statues anymore. Now you can be a statue, but if you're a statue, you got to be that much more special, especially when it comes to your arm strength and your arm talent.
Today, Lane Johnson Locker had a stat sheet comparing his stats to Penei Sewell's season after Johnson was voted second team All-Pro. Basically, it says sacks allowed. Lane Johnson allowed 0 sacks. Sewell allowed 1. Quarterback hits. Lane allowed 1. Sewell allowed 5. Quarterback hurries. Johnson 9. Sewell 22. Pressures allowed. Johnson 10. Sewell 28. Pass block win rate. Lane won 94% of his. Sewell 91%. Island rate 75%. He was 1. Sewell 55%. He was 58. Quarterback time to throw 3.13 seconds. Sewell 2.79 seconds. Run block win rate 80%. Sewell wasn't ranked. Team rushing yards 3,048 for the Eagles, 2,488 for Sewell. So in other words, his teammates say, bro, that should have been you.
Most definitely. But it's hard to argue too. Penei Sewell is the real deal. Lane Johnson is the real deal. Now, when you want to get the nitpicking and picking them apart, you do things like that by putting the numbers in someone's locker. A little bit more motivation. But we talk about the
go get it fired up. He gonna dominate somebody.
Listen, we talk about the two.
I feel sorry for who they playing. They playing Green Bay. Boy, I feel sorry for that. That
list. We talk about the two best right tackles in the game, huh? Two best right tackles in the game. And you can close your eyes, you can put on a blindfold, and you can pick either one. They're gonna get the job done. They're gonna get the job done. So it had to be somebody. And congratulations to Penei, and Lane Johnson. No need to hang your head. You know who he is. We know who you are.
Mike Evans admitted before his first meeting with Marshon Latimore earlier this season that he hasn't done a good job of controlling his emotion against his nemesis. The Bucs receiver has let the now Commanders cornerback get up under his skin. Evans was ejected once and has served a 2 one-game suspensions for his actions against Latimore while losing more than $100,000 in fines. Latimore warned Evans this week that Evans is going to know he's there. Evans admits he's got to be disciplined. I just got to be at my best. I've got to give my best because he's a really good player. Obviously, we've had a lot of good matchups. If he's playing, I look forward to the matchup.
I love that. I love the fact that Latimore came out and said, "You're gonna know I'm here. You're gonna know I'm here." That mystique, the mystique that they provided us, the entertainment they provided us when they had those matchups between the Saints and the goddamn Bucs, that was what we as fans, me now being a fan of the game, we need that. I need that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm going to be tuned in. I'm going to have my popcorn ready. If I was Latimore, what I would do, I would tell my defensive coordinator, listen, wherever Evans goes, whether he goes to the left, whether he goes to the right, if he goes in the slot, I'm following him everywhere on the field. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. But that matchup is going to be very exciting. I'm not sure if it will be as exciting as it once was when they were with the Saints and the Bucs. But it's going to be a good matchup whenever those two are lined up against each other. And Latimore will probably be a man-to-man. He'll probably be a man-to-man. So it's going to be dope. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. Again, Evans, Latimore can do everything he can to get under Evans' skin. He can do everything he can. If it comes to pushing and shoving and a little hollering, a little cussing, maybe it. That's fine. It's the playoffs, and boy, you got to get at it. And I'm gonna be right.
I think the thing is, Mike Evans has to understand this is finality. There ain't no next week. Okay, y'all come to Tampa, or we got to go to New Orleans. You lose this game, you're going home.
Remember what I did?
You don't want to lose this game because you didn't control your emotions and you got tossed and you left your teammates high and dry. You got to be smart. Yeah, Ocho, he gonna. First of all, he gonna shove you. He gonna get up and try to put his acorns on your helmet. You already know he gonna do stuff. Ocho, I'm doing everything I can to get up under your skin. Hey, guess what? I might get up and I might cleat your hand. So you better ball your fist up because if your hand flat, I'm gonna step on it.
Yeah. But remember what I said yesterday about the NFL, the memo that the NFL post, that they put out. Again, within the game, have fun within the game. Understand the rules. Be able to control your emotions. At the end of the day, have fun. You got to have fun. It's still football. At the end of the day, you don't have to do anything special. It's another game with implications, and the stakes are a little bit higher. That's all.
Yeah. And Ocho, you make a play. Don't do nothing at the sideline. Don't point. Don't get no unsportsmanlike conduct. Don't get no taunting penalties. Once the game over,
you can do all you want to do. Talk your trash, point. Matter of fact, go to the middle of the field, step on the logo, whatever.
Do all that. But I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna potentially cost my team 15 yards. Now all of a sudden I put him in field goal range, Ocho. Now all of a sudden I give him an extra set of downs. I'm not going to do anything like, because I do not want that burden on me.
Yeah,
I don't. But it's going to be a good matchup. I don't know how healthy Marshon Latimore is. Mike Evans is extremely healthy. And I think both of these guys are looking for this matchup. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing plays out. Because you look, it doesn't matter if I don't like you. It doesn't matter. You went to another team. I still don't like you. It wasn't the uniform I didn't like. It was your monkey ass.
Hey, and you know what? And those two are one of the few battles outside of Odell Beckham and Josh Norman.
Yeah.
Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib. And these two, it's personal. It's personal.
Yeah.
They really don't like each other. When you think, oh, it's just football. No, it ain't just football. It ain't just football. I think if they were to see each other in public, you already know what time it is.
It's a situation, Ocho, where it's easier to have these kind of rivals when you in the same division. Latimore and Tampa, Latimore and Tampa are in the same division. So we saw each other two times a year. Sometimes we might see each other a third time. The Raiders and the Broncos were in the same division. So we're going to see you home and away. So it's easier to kind of, and that's, rivalry. It's easy when you Pittsburgh and Baltimore. They're in the same division. Washington and Dallas, the Giants and the Eagles, you're in the same division. So where you go?
You're right. And you know what? I forgot about another one. When we talk about things being personal, where it's outside of football, and they really on that. Listen, Levi Jones, remember the our left tackle for the Levi Jones and Joey Porter. Oh, boy.
Man, Peasy had it in for everybody.
Listen, they worse than Latimore them. They fight on the field. They see each other in the club. They brawling. They saw each other in Vegas. They brawling. I'm talking about, and I think still to this day, I think they haven't resolved those issues. I'm like, come on, man. Listen, it was a joy to watch them boys go at it though, man, on the field.
Well, every DB Smitty hated. Steve Smith Sr. He hated everybody.
Like nobody. and he wasn't there to make he wasn't there to make no friends either. He ain't there to make no friends.
Nah. Smitty the same. You know what you gonna get. If he rock with you, he rock with you. If he don't, he don't. And don't flute. Don't.
He gonna let you know he don't fuck with you.
Ocho. DeShaun Watson underwent a second surgery for a right Achilles rupture. The first surgery was on October 25th. The second one was Thursday. So how did Watson rupture his Achilles a second time? According to a team statement earlier this week, Watson reported to the cross-country mortgage campus for an exit physical as a part of the Browns' season-ending process. He complained of discomfort after rolling the ankle in Miami. MRI results demonstrated a re-rupture of the Achilles. Allegedly, there's a video was taken 62 days after surgery. Ocho, let's take a look at the video. Yeah. If you notice, go ahead. Ocho, what normally happens, I've had I don't know if you've had teammates that have ruptured their Achilles. They're normally in a boot for at least 3 months. What makes this injury so difficult to recover from is that when they put you in a boot, the muscles start to atrophy.
Okay.
So now you know what happens. Now you got weakness. So now you have to build that calf muscle. Now you have to build all those muscles up because you can't do anything. It's not like an ACL, Ocho. They get your butt in there. The day after surgery, they got you bending that leg. They got you raising it, squeezing that quad muscle, trying to get it firing. They're putting stem on it to get that muscle firing, to keep that muscle from atrophy. Well, when you're in a boot, there ain't really anything that you can do. 62 days after surgery, DeShaun didn't have the boot on. This is why. And Ocho, remember we had a conversation? I'm like, why is he reworking his contract when he got guaranteed money? Now we know why, though. Now we know why. Remember, I said, Ocho, he got guaranteed. Why would I rework my contract? Y'all can't do nothing. He's going to miss all of 25. He missed a large part of 23. He missed damn near all of 24. He's going to miss all of 25.
Listen, I don't wish injury on nobody. You already know how I feel about injuries in general. It's unfortunate. I've been one who stood high, and hoping that we get the DeShaun Watson of old. This is a setback, for him. It's also a setback for the Browns. I'm curious to see what the Browns are going to do at that position, knowing where they pick in the draft. Probably if they're able to find someone to play the quarterback position. Will you bring a veteran in? Would it be maybe Kirk Cousins? Can Joe Flacco maybe come back? I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but man, this is not good for them. It's not good for DeShaun, and that's upsetting.
It is, Ocho. And I never look when this thing happened, Ocho. I thought what was going on with DeShaun was more mental than physical. It was what transpired, and then everybody kind of knew or thought they knew, and what was true was that's not our job. We're not here to try to try anything or say somebody's innocent or guilty. But what we can say is that when people realize and say, damn, all of this, and let's just say for the sake of argument, all of it's true, all of it's real. It's the fact that everybody knows. It's the same thing that happened with Tiger. I mean, think about it, Ocho. Now, this different situation. Allegedly, nothing Tiger didn't. People said DeShaun did things against their will. But what I'm saying is that when Tiger, people like Tiger, you still playing golf.
Right.
But it was the fact that they saw him in a different light.
Sir.
Now, all of a sudden, he wasn't this wholesome, this family married father of two. Well, you're a freak. And it messed with him psychologically. I mean, he won one more major after that. That happened in 2000, I think 2009, Thanksgiving of 2009. And then he didn't win the major until what? What year did he win it was the Masters, was the last major that he won, because he was stuck on 14 for a very long time.
You know what that comes from as well, obviously, right? Not only are you embarrassed publicly about everyone knowing how you conducted yourself away from the game of golf, but if anything, what you could have done is you could have stayed true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Everybody knows now, so why don't change? Because not only did it change you as a golfer, you were winning majors and playing extremely well, and at the height of your game when you were doing whatever it was you were doing outside of the golf course. Well, if anything, after everybody found out, you might as well just stuck to the script. You might stick to the script. But
here's the thing, Ocho. If you look at guys that have built big brands, what have they all been? Married. That's what we sell it. He's the all-American guy. Wife, 2.5 kids, house, white picket fence. Go look at the guys that have the biggest brands. Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Michael Jordan, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. You look at guys, Kobe, LeBron James, Shaq was go look at the guys that have built these huge brands, and what do they all have? The lone exception, what's the lone exception? Derek Jeter. Bro, I'm talking about people that's built $500 million, $1 billion. You talking about Ocho.
I got that now. Don't do that. Don't do it.
So I think, and maybe that's what, maybe that's what he was looking at, Ocho. The problem is he got married and didn't have his pee-pee under control. And then everybody knew it. Ocho, you about to be, I don't want everybody to know I'm a freak.
Right.
Freak man. Yeah, that's me. I want y'all to know that.
Hey.
People knew. Now they look good. Because guess what, Ocho? You walk to the course, everybody looking at you.
Yeah. Hey,
I bet Tiger shoot the covers last night.
And listen, everybody on that goddamn course, just like him. Everybody don't know about it.
See? You see a pretty girl at the golf course, I want to shoot for Tiger. I bet that's Tiger, people. You thinking? What you thinking, Ocho? You think that is? I don't know. See? I just Ocho, we just got to keep it 1,000 with you. but hopefully DeShaun has a speedy
Mm-hmm.
recovery. And then he's never going to be the same quarterback again, Ocho. Never. Now it's not really about playing. Bro, you in your 30s, you want to have a normal life. You don't want to be walking around like Shannon Sharpe at 56 and you 35, 33, 34. Right. You want to have somewhat of a normal life. You want to be able to walk without a limp. Hell, you walk with a limp at 32. What the hell you think you'll be at 42, 52, 62? Hell, you damn near need a wheelchair. So now it's about getting a level of health back where you can do stuff. I don't know if he wants kids or he's going to have kids, but you want to do something with the kids.
You're right.
So DeShaun, get well, Merle. Like I said, I don't know if at this point in time, I'm not even thinking about playing football. I'm thinking about tackling this rehab, take it as serious as I possibly can, and try to heal up and get back, because 2025 is over. You're not coming back. You retore it in January. That's a 12-month injury. You're not coming back. You're not playing football until 2026. So, speedy recovery. Ocho. Pelicans suspended Zion Williamson after he reported late to a team flight to Philly. Zion just returned to the court after a 27-game absence, and now he will miss Friday's game against the Sixers.
Well, listen, didn't he just sit out after having a small hamstring injury?
He missed 27 games. He came back. He sat out again, and then he showed up late to the play. Okay. Can I ask you a question, Ocho? Do they spring these trips on you, or when you? It's not like a surprise test, bro. They give you an itinerary. We leave it at X amount at X time. This man don't care nothing about playing. Look here, guys. At some point in time, we've got to come to the conclusion. Not interested in playing basketball for New Orleans. He might not even be interested in playing basketball. How you miss that many games? And the first time that you really have to travel and you're going to play, you show up late.
And you know,
that man don't care. That's not, he don't care. That's not, he don't care.
For him to get suspended, that means it wasn't his first time either.
Or they're trying to send a very, very strong message.
What would that message be?
Bro, you bull jabbing. So we finna start taking $150,000, $200,000 clip from you.
Well, you listen, now you got to be careful now. You got to be careful, because not now, if you think he bull driving, and you start taking money from him, then he gonna see you got to deal with the pushback. Oh, so that's what we doing? All right, we know what, I don't even want to be here no more.
Well, that's very obvious. Have you seen? I mean, tell me what gave you the impression that he wanted to be there?
He hasn't come out and said he didn't want to play there. Because normally when they play there,
I don't need you to tell me. You show me with your actions. See, I see better than I hear. I hear you telling me you want to be there, but I see every time I turn around, you're hurt. I see every time I turn around, I got to put a weight clause in your contract to make sure you don't overeat. You're not healthy. You're not taking it serious. Bro, how you show up late when you know
what time to flight?
My job, we travel, Ocho. They done gave you the itinerary. We get the itinerary, we get Friday. Okay, we leave it at such and such. Okay, we got practice, boom, boom, boom. We got blah, okay. We got practice tomorrow morning. We got meetings. We got walkthrough. Plane leaves at 3:30. They didn't spring that on him. Man, I wonder what time the plane. Man, I thought we was leaving it, bro. Man, Zion Ben stopped caring, and all y'all. But I fought a lot of the people in the chat. Man, let that man live. Man, he young. Young fat people become old fat people. And old fat people don't live long. You ever see an old fat person, Ocho? Nope.
He gonna get it together. I don't know when. I don't know when, but
they said that when he was 19.
Yeah.
They said that when he was 20. They said that when he was 20 with Howell Zion now.
You know what I think he need, huh? You hear me? You know what I think he need?
What?
He need to change the scenery.
No, he need to change his eating habits. He's okay. Y'all said that when he was 19. Oh, he gonna get it together, Unc, man. Let them stall him out, Unc. He said that when he was 20. Man, come on, Unc, man. You being hard on him, bro. At 21. Unc, damn. 22. Oh, let the man live. Damn, he can't enjoy himself at 23. Now he's 24. So what is it now?
I don't know. I don't know what it may be.
It's the same story,
over
Ocho.
and over.
Don't you want to have enough pride? You see, that's what hurt. That's what hurt, Ocho. You see the talent level. You see what he can be, what he could be. But it don't mean enough to him.
Listen, he was supposed to be next in line as the face of the NBA, huh? Coming out.
Ocho, before you go any farther, Zion has reportedly been late for multiple practices, reported by Chris Haynes, a pattern of behavior that led to the organization. So not only is he overweight, he lazy. He don't get to practice on time.
I told you it wasn't the first time. If they suspend you for missing a flight, they not suspending you. It's not your first time. That's an accumulation of things that happens over time where they get fed up. Now, when you get to this point, it's only a matter of time before they move on from you. And there are many suitors. Matter of fact, the Lakers are looking for another piece. Now, that piece could be Zion or that piece could be Jimmy Buckets. I'm not sure which way they want to go. But I know who would be a good mentor that'll get him on the right track.
So he's going to show up late, but he get mad at DoorDash when they come late.
Hey, but you shot out for that one. That's a good one.
I mean, come on, come on, man. Bro, you making $30 million a year. Ocho, that is your job. And you late for practice, you late for the plane, and you overweight. He's like, well, hell, I might as well go for the trifecta. I'm going to be overweight, late for practice, and I'm going to miss the plane.
Yeah, they one thing about it, them NBA boys, they make what I call FU money, and I don't think they want to piss young.
But don't give it back.
Yeah, you're right.
Why would you give it back to him?
Yeah. Hey, one thing about it though, Unc, you know what you get when he's healthy, boy. Boy, he's special, man.
I tell you, you know what, Ocho? Everybody talk about, I love Michael Jordan killer instinct. I love the win mama mentality. Well, y'all need to ask, how many times were Michael and Kobe late? Since y'all love so much of, y'all love that aspect, but it's not that aspect that made them great. It was the other thing that made them great.
They did everything right though. They had a different type of discipline. They had a different type of mentality. Their approach to the game was completely different. They cut from a different cloth in general. You really can't compare them and their preparation and the way they approach the game in their craft to anybody else. They in a class of their own.
All I'm saying, Ocho, everybody doesn't have the same level of talent. The one thing you can control is you, your effort. God gave you X amount of talent. You can get a little better by your work ethic and things that you do, but you only going to be so good. I can't make you be on time.
Right.
Ocho. It's got to matter to you.
You got to win.
I can't, and see, here's the problem that you run into. Anybody that's been injured, you see what happens is that if you get injured during the season, guess what? You can't work out. Well, you can't work out and you still eat the exact same. Because if you can't control your eating when you play it and work it, what makes you think you're going to be able to control your eating when you're not running up and down that court 35, 40 minutes a night? That's Zion's problem. He get hurt during the season, and he might be at a comfortable weight.
Hey,
He don't even care. He don't care. I refuse to believe it. Chat, y'all about, man, you don't know that man. I know enough. I know his weight. I know he late. And if the reports are to be believed, I know Chris Haynes very well. He used to be on with us at Undisputed all the time. He don't care. Because that's not caring.
Yeah, you got to get the. I wonder who we got. I wonder who we got Ryan, bro. You know.
Yes, people. They tell him what he want to hear, not what he needs to know. Because if I tell you what you need to know, Ocho, guess what? You're gonna stop the bus and ask me to get off. Man, I don't want to get off this ride, and I need some of that reflective shine. Because if I'm with you, if the spotlight on you and I'm with you, little that shine go hit on Shay too. I'm up in there. Hey, yeah, that's my boy Zion. Oh, you know Zion? Well, come on over here then. You know what I'm saying, Ocho?
I understand. You got the wrong people around him. Listen, he should just hang with me. Hang with me. I get him right.
Bro, you eat McDonald's. That's the last person he need to hang with.
No, I'm talking about.
You said McDonald's. You said, hey, so you want him to eat McDonald's?
No, I'm gonna get him on my nutritional plan. It has nothing to do.
McDonald's.
No, a nutritional plan for him.
No, that's not what you said. You said hang with you. Everybody that's come on this show, hey, eat McDonald's. That's what you said. Chad.
But I'm saying, but also I'm trying to keep him on the court.
He don't want to be on the court. He on the court. It's in the mall. It's called a food court. He all over that. Now, I don't know if I haven't spent a whole lot of time. I spent a little bit of time in New Orleans. I don't know if they got mall, but I'm sure they probably got they might not have they might have, what do they call them, like in Miami?
What?
Where they have like an outdoor mall or something? Because, like in Atlanta, we got indoor malls. You know what I'm saying? And they got a food court.
But we got food.
That's the court. He owned that one. Oh, he spent a lot of time. I guarantee he spent 40, 50 minutes a night on that court.
You know what? The fact that he's playing New Orleans and he has a problem with his weight, and New Orleans is probably the best place when it comes to food. Probably one of the top places when it comes to food.
Where the hell can you go? They don't have good food. Name a city that you can go when you you got a contract for $150 million that you can't get good food. And if you got a contract for $150 million, guess what else you can get? You can get hire a damn chef.
Well, maybe he has a chef and we don't know it, huh?
Well, he need to fire him. Because if your chef got your ass 20, 30 pounds overweight, you need to get rid of him.
It just, it's so many resources and unlimited resources when you have that kind of money, and I don't understand how it's an issue. I don't.
I do. When a player don't care. When a player doesn't care, Ocho. And Ocho, we've seen it. We've seen guys, they just didn't care. No matter what you said, bro, you could make you some money. Didn't matter.
Yeah, man. Damn. That's unfortunate. Kind of sad too, man. Young Bull is the real deal.
Yeah, like you said, it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, from all indications, his mom and his father, the man that raised him, I'm not going to be, I guess it's his stepfather, and his brother. I think he has a little brother or something. I guess that's his team. Got no problem with that, but he wasted 5 years of his NBA career. 5. Just like that.
And they go by fast.
I'm gonna give him a little advice, Ocho. As you get older, it gets harder to get that weight off. Now, there are some people that have small frames, and ain't no problem. That ain't you. He ain't got no small frame.
When you think about it, he struggles with weight. He struggles with his weight at such a young age. So if you struggle with your weight and trying to keep it down at such a young age, you know what happens as you get older. It get harder to get that thing up off of you, boy. And as you get older, to get it up off of you, you got to work 2 times as hard as opposed to young.
Yeah. He might, I don't know, is Ozempic against the thing, trizepatide, semaglutide? But the problem with that stuff is that it wastes your muscles away. That's why I can tell. I can tell everybody that take that stuff. Look at their muscle; it's just flabby because it eats your muscle. You ever seen people that's been stranded? Like people, you hear people they got stranded in the river, they got stranded on the island. Look at their body; they got no muscle definition. That's what it does. Yeah, it curbs your appetite, but your muscles just waste away. That's why I look at people and say, "Oh yeah, you on that bro, man." They own it. It's.
Oh man.
I just don't get it, bro. I just hate to see guys. I just hate to see us be in a situation where we could just have so much, and it doesn't mean enough to him to just go get it. But it is what it is. Jimmy Butler throws shade at Pat Riley. Jimmy posted a video on IG story talking to his employee, saying, "See, I gave you a compliment. That's what bosses do. They build you up. They don't break you down."
Yeah, Jimmy going through it. Jimmy went out of there, boy. And this is something you've never seen from any player that's played for the Heat. You've never seen this before. You already know Pat is old school. Pat Riley's old school, which is right.
But I've seen it from Jimmy before.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, with the Bulls.
So is it Pat or Jimmy?
He had the issue with at not Minnesota. Not Minnesota. Where was that?
Yeah, he had an issue with Minnesota. He had an issue with the Bulls.
Where else was it?
Philly. He was in Philly.
Yeah.
They had an issue with him. They thought he was too abrasive. Yeah. See, I'll give you the first one, Ocho. The first situation, I'm gonna give you that. You know what, Ocho? First marriage, ended in divorce. You know what? Hey, we just couldn't see eye to eye. You know, she thought I was going left when I was going right, so forth and so on. Okay, you get divorced the second time. Damn. Now you're in a situation where maybe we both wanted to part ways. Okay. Now here it is, you're about to dissolve a third marriage. Now the common denominator in these marriages is you.
Yeah.
Now, first time I might have believed it was her.
We know what the issue is now in this situation. In this case, obviously, we know Jimmy wants his money. Now,
so in other words, if I gave him a 2-year extension for $121 million, he'd find his joy again.
He will.
So it ain't joy. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure you and I on the same page.
Listen, money make you happy now. Are you? I owe you $4,000. Are you happy right now?
Hell no. As a matter of fact, I'm about to do something bad to you. Now that you mentioned it, you brought it back up. I'm even more. You know what? I'm even more ticked off that you know you owe me and they broke bread with me. You know what?
No, I'm just trying to use that as an example. Now you pay Jimmy his money.
I'm about to make an example out of you. I'm about to use you as an example. Since you like examples. That man gonna talk about, are you happy I owe you $4,000? Don't use me as no example. Use me as an example as the guy that you paid. That's the kind of example I want.
I've been trying to pay you the last 2 shows, but you don't want to download the apps.
Why do I gotta break what I normally do?
Well, listen.
I don't have no Cash App, Ocho. I don't have email. I don't know how to. I can't get no games. I can't even play no games.
You have to evolve with the times. You have a team of people for.
I evolve.
How you evolve and I can't even see you a simple transaction.
Well, see, the $4,000, that's for I'll pay somebody to do all the stuff that I can't do.
Okay, well, let me send the $4,000 to the people who you pay to do the stuff for you.
No. Where did you do that at? Oh, I owe the bank. Oh, bank, let me send your money to somebody else.
Well, obviously, if you don't have a routing number, you don't have Apple Pay, you don't have Cash App, you don't have Venmo, you don't have PayPal.
I got something better than Apple Pay. I got something better than Apple Pay. Ocho Pay.
Listen, today is your third day, but listen to me now. Now I'm being very respectful. You know, I'm very respectful of my elders. Now this is the third day I've tried to pay you. Now 3 strikes. After the third strike, now you out. Now the money goes into a vault, and I can't pay you until I see you in person in February in New Orleans. And ain't no guarantee.
You remember when Stewie beat Brian up by his money?
Ain't no guarantee I'm having it either.
You remember when Stewie beat Brian up by his money? He like, you got money for fake mustaches, but you ain't got money to pay me. And guess what happened? Brian went in his pocket and gave Stuart his money, didn't he? I'm just trying to, Ocho, I don't have that stuff. I just told you. You want me to go take a picture? You can see Ash account is on my Netflix and Amazon.
Everybody in the chat has told you on multiple occasions, it's a simple download on your iPhone. You have an iPhone. You have Wi-Fi. Go.
I got 2 iPhones.
Oh, you got 2 iPhones. Oh, so now you're showing out.
Yep.
You're showing out. Okay, cool.
You got 2 phones
I got
too.
1 phone.
That's all you need. Now, okay, so that means you got $60 extra $100. All you got to do is add $2,400 to it and give me my money.
I'm trying to give it to you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. But you're making things difficult.
How am I making things difficult?
Because I have a
You owe me.
Huh?
I didn't even want to bet you. And I let you off easy. You said OBJ was going to get 1,000
okay,
yards.
I owe you 5,000 in. Ain't no problem. I give you money.
You just throw that out. I owe you 5,000. When you gonna pay it?
When you download one of the apps where I can make transactions.
I don't, Ocho. Even if I download it, I wouldn't know how to get it.
Ash will explain it to you. You have a team of people that can explain it to you how I can see the money. At this point, you just don't want the money.
I want it.
If you just download the app. Like I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to get attitude because I owe you, but you about to make me mad.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you about to get attitude about my money. What kind of bullshit is this? This man talking about he about to get an attitude about my money. Not me getting an attitude. He about to get an attitude. Chad, you heard this man?
Hey, I'm trying to make life easy for you, man. I'm trying.
This man say, man, you about to make me get an attitude.
Listen, I don't want to jump on my elders. I'm not like that. I
promise. I told you. I ain't got no problem. I can't stop nobody from jumping on me. But if I can't get you off, I want you to stay right there. But I promise you, if you grab me, I'll make you turn me loose. I guarantee you turn me loose.
Oh, I know judo now. I know judo.
I'm saying, all I'm saying, I can't stop nobody from grabbing me. But I'm gonna make you turn me loose.
All right.
This man said he talking about he get an attitude.
Hey man, listen, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make life easy for you, and you're trying to complicate things.
I ain't trying to complicate it, Ocho.
I could have sent you your money 3 days ago. We on day 3, and I'm still telling you to download the app, and you don't want to download. That means you just don't want the money. I'm trying. There's nothing. The people in the chat, I think they've grown frustrated as well.
I want one of them more big old checks. I want one of those big old checks. I want them more big checks like they give you at if I won the lottery.
Oh. Matter of fact, you know what? I could do that at the show. We'll start the show. We'll start the live show. I'm bringing your money with them big checks. Now listen. Now I'm a post date it now. Don't you go cast that until I tell you.
This man, first of all, the man tell me he gonna post date my check. He already late, but now he gonna post date it.
Hey, you know how black folk is. Now I'm gonna let you know. When to put it in the bank. Now,
that money ain't gonna be there till Friday.
Put it in there before the date I tell you to put it in there. Ain't gonna be no money there. Now that's on you.
Hey, the money ain't gonna be there till Friday at noon. Now if you take your ass to the bank at Friday at 9, okay, they gonna pull your ass in the back. So I'm just telling you, Friday at noon, cash the check. 9, 10, 11:59. Don't you take your ass in the bank and try to cash your check now. This man said he gonna post date my check, and he already left.
Just to make sure. Just to make sure.
Well, won't you add interest since you post date?
What you want me to do? All right, 5,200.
Thank you.
That ain't none. I got it.
Oh, big ball. Oh, you a big baller.
Oh, yeah. And listen,
Okay.
2020, hey,
Okay.
2020,
Oh, you got a hunter
yeah,
ball, huh?
2024 and 2025 has been off to it's been phenomenal for me. You hear me? God has favor. My cup runneth over.
Mhm. Your skull gonna run it over if you don't give me my money. That's the next thing that's gonna be running over. That man talking about God, his cup. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, that was
All right. Lupe Fiasco becomes the first rapper to be a university professor, teaching rap to students pursuing bachelor's degree in hip hop music at Johns Hopkins. Ocho, which college class would you teach?
I mean, if there was a course that I could teach on something that I love, something that I'm passionate about, being that Lupe Fiasco is he's a rapper, so he's very well versed in that area. For me, it would probably have to be uh marine biology. Marine biology.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
marine biology would have to be something that I would do. It's something that I have a passion about. If it's not marine biology, it'd probably have to be something with.
Ocho, do you know the difference between a mollusk and a crustacean?
Well, wait, hold on. When we talk about marine biology, it would be in specifics on what I have interest and expertise in.
No, that's what the marine. So now this man talking about the marine biology. I just asked you a simple
Do I know
question.
the difference between what?
A mollusk and a
Yeah,
crustacean.
crustacean is a restaurant in LA.
Yeah, I don't think marine biology you're calling.
Uh, listen,
We about to get some with football. What about route
no, no,
running?
no, 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 no. Marine biology. Now, then that there's specifics when it comes to when you talk about marine biology under the umbrella of it in its totality. Now, when it comes to killer whales and dolphins, that's my expertise. I
But
need.
there's more things. Hold on. You just can't talk about marine, but you just can't talk about killer
Well,
whales and
that's my
dolphins.
specialty.
You do realize in order to have a specialist, let's just say for the sake of argument, you want to be a orthopedic. You do realize you just can't say, you know what, I'm gonna be an
Right.
orthopedic. You got to go to 4 years of med school, then you got to do a residency, and then you got to do another 2 to 4 years of
That's fine.
specialty. So you just don't get to do the specialty without having the 6 years of the
Right, that's
training.
fine. So I do have the training. I have the training. Listen, I have 57 years of experience of training. So, I mean, it's something that I could do.
Oh man.
What would you do if you was a professor and had the opportunity to teach a course?
History.
Huh?
History.
History?
Yes.
What kind of history? There's different types of history. Now, what kind of history? We talk about world history? What?
We can do Black American history. We can do Civil War. We can do
Civil War?
yeah. It all depends on what type of history you want to talk about. I do have a minor in history. I do.
Okay.
I did win Jeopardy. You know I won
Yeah.
Jeopardy. I win Dunk on Unc. I beat you every night.
I mean, but you're brief on those questions. So there's a difference. There's a difference. Like I'm not briefed on any of the things that I'm going to be spelling. So I mean, it's a little bit more difficult for me.
Hey, look, I never said spelling was my strong suit. History is my strong suit. My ability to recall dates and events, I think it's pretty good.
Well, listen, I just have a question for you since history is calling.
Yes.
What year was it that the Roman Empire fell?
Oh, Lord have mercy. What year did the Roman Empire? Do you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I definitely know. And as a matter of fact, I have a backup question to that. Maybe you know this one. There's wars have been started all over the world. War with the Romans and the Greeks started over what woman? What is the woman's name?
What woman?
The Trojan War. And still to this day, wars are started over women.
Cleopatra.
That's wrong. It was Helen of Troy. Now, I don't think history is your strong suit. So we're going to have
Oh, history is my strong suit. Ocho, I beat you every night.
No, you beat me in stuff you're briefed on and already know the answer to.
No, I know the answer to because I've read over the years and recall it.
No.
Man, y'all see Ocho. Ocho.
I just asked you.
I just went on Ocho. Who went on Jeopardy and won? Who went on Jeopardy and won?
Listen, if I'm a student in your class, these are the type of questions I'm going to ask you as my history teacher, hoping you have the answer to. Okay, how about this? In the movie Glory.
First of all, yes.
What war did they fight that ended the movie?
Yeah. Ocho, you do realize, like, see, you'd like doing like a lot of Greek mythology and stuff like that. Ocho, you said marine biology. You said, okay, this is my specialty. All I'm saying is in order to get to a specialty, you've got to do 6 years, 6 to 8 years before you train for the specialty.
You understand, I was in school for years since I was in kindergarten. I had more than 6 to 8 years.
No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That man say that counts.
all those years I spent in school, all that counts.
No, trust me, that don't count, Ocho. That's a different level. My daughter's still in med school. I'm wondering when she's getting out. She seems like she's been in med school for about 8 years though, for real though. No bull jive.
Oh man.
And she's gonna graduate in June and have to relocate again. That man said that man said he been in school. So Ocho want to teach marine biology. Yeah. I don't really know. Look, people need to stop getting away from majors that ain't making no money. What you gonna do with it? Work at a zoo?
That's not the problem. Now the problem is not the majors, right? So you can have a major in whatever it may be, communications, business. The issue is finding a job that pays,
Well, you already know.
Hard part.
All you gotta do is go say, okay, occupations, top 50 occupations, top 20 occupations, top 10.
But that's not the problem. The problem is actually getting a job based on the degree that you have. It's hard to get the damn job.
Well, most of the time, Ocho, people don't actually work in the field that they got a degree in. Because I get a degree, Ocho, then I'm looking for that field. But in the meantime, I got to take a job because I got to pay the bills. Now, after I've been here for 5 or 6 years, damn, trying to get a job in my field, I've already settled in. I got 7 years towards a retirement, as opposed to starting over and try to get 7 more years. So I worked 14 years, and hell, I still got. I mean, now they're talking about they probably look like they might raise the age of Medicare when you can retirement age, 65? They talk about go to 70, 72. Who the hell want to work that long and just die once you're done? Nah, hell nah. No. All right, Ocho, time for our last segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
Man, that was good.
Nick Mars said, Ocho was quick to pay that ref, but holding out on Unc. He was offered the money, the ref money.
That's because I had the money in my sock.
Okay. Come on, man. Can't wait for the Nolan show to see Ocho come off the money live. Ocho, you need a ride from the airport. I live 10 minutes away. I got you. And McDonald's on me. Love y'all.
Yeah. Pick me up. As long as you don't have me late. Last time I got a ride, I was late.
Yeah. J Dub from Akron. Ocho, the jersey you owe me and Unc's $5,200 collected interest. Nightcap must be paying his light bill since he don't pay his debt. Also, will you be upset this weekend? Steelers over the Ravens, your Broncos over the Bills. Ocho gonna be mad. Ocho mad anyway. He might not even watch the game. What you watching the game for?
I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna have my glasses.
Why? You ain't got no team playing. What, you ain't got no team player?
After the game, I can't wait till we get on the show because I don't want to hear you say foot or ball. I don't want to hear you say play or off. As a matter of fact, I don't want to hear you say offset. I don't want to hear you say offside. I don't want to hear you say off brand. Hey, boy, you better hope y'all have a miracle because boy, it's gonna be on.
Whoa.
It's gonna be home. Oh yeah.
That's so unnecessary.
It's gonna be home. Yeah, Bo Nix.
I'm just trying to figure out why you want to watch the game.
I'm gonna watch. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna watch it with all my Bengal fans.
What? What they watching?
Y'all lose?
Hey, I got two teams. Neither one of your teams in the playoffs. All three of your teams out of the playoffs. Damn! You know how bad you got to be to go over?
Who's my third team?
Dolphins.
Who's my second team?
Patriots.
I don't have nothing to do with the Patriots, man.
You got everything to do with them. Your name is in the record book. You caught a touchdown from Tom Brady.
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the show right now, we're trying to see work some technical difficulties. Sunday show might be canceled.
What happened?
Ain't no telling. Hey, that man said you owe him a jersey, Ocho. Get the man a jersey.
Hey, matter of fact, I got some jersey right at the house too. He's supposed to give Ashley the information.
You got some money right in your bank account. I ain't got it. He ain't got his jersey.
He's supposed to send Ash the information. So
Ash sent it to you.
Ash supposed to send it to you know who.
No, she sent it to you. You know who? Ocho.
No, she do all the mailing and stuff.
No, she said she ain't working for you right now.
Shit.
Ocho, Brandon 90 says Quinn Ewers is Quinn Sewers. He's ranked number 65 against cover 2. What do you expect with him? I expected better than what I got.
Yeah, with that kind of talent, with the defense like that play.
Ocho, you do realize he originally committed to Ohio State.
Yeah. I heard the announcer say it earlier in the game. Yeah. It seemed like there are a lot of great quarterbacks that went to Ohio State and left and did pretty well for themselves.
No, only one, Joe. Patterson Yazzie said, Unc Ocho, apparently Texas teams playing in AT&T Stadium are allergic to winning big playoff games. Quinn Ewers turned into Quinn Prescott. I'm not having fun anymore being Dallas or Texas fan. Everybody can win in Dallas except teams that play from Texas.
Damn. They had a chance now. They definitely had a chance. Damn.
Supreme C said Ewers is not that guy. Texas lost 3 times this season the same way. They did. They did. I like I said, I didn't see what the evaluator saw early on. But hey, I have, you sometimes, Ocho, you got to give grace. These are young kids. They're in college and, they don't, they have other things to do. They got study hall, they got school. Right. This is not a full-time job for them. Although some colleges, you think it's a full-time job. You go to Ohio State or Alabama, Texas, Georgia. I'm sure they get their money's worth out of you. But you have to give that grace. But, bro, the mistakes that he makes and the throws, bro, some of that stuff is just routine. Yeah. I ain't saying you're going to be perfect all the time, but I just saw a lot of stuff that he misses. I'm like, what? Dark Bro said, which ESPN colleague are you rocking with in the championship game since their sons will be face off against each other? Ryan Clark or Kurt Herbstreit? I ain't really never been a Notre Dame fan. I ain't been an Ohio State fan. I'm trying to think. Do I got any? Oh, hell, the only who? Tony Rice was I think Tony Rice was my quarterback in the East West Shrine game. Check and see if he was my quarterback.
Tony Rice.
Tony Rice. Yeah, I think he was my quarterback at the East West Shrine game. And then I played Ned Bolcar, I think, was on my team too. He was a linebacker. Was Tony Rice my quarterback? Oh well. Man, Ohio State is a 9.5 point favorite already. They got their work. I mean, Notre Dame got their work. I don't know if Notre Dame could score enough points, Ocho.
Right.
They got to keep it. They got to make this a 17-14 type of game.
Got to keep it low scoring, and they can't do that simply because the defense is that good.
I agree. I was in the East. So what did it say? Who's the quarterback? Yeah. Mike, where did Mike Buck go? Montana? Because I know Deep Freeze was the other team's quarterback, the West All-Stars. John Freeze from Idaho. I don't know who Troy Taylor is. I have no idea who Troy Taylor is. Maine? I know he went to one of them schools. Sean DeVee, what about the All-American newcomer redshirt for Baylor, Bryson Washington? I don't know him.
Me neither.
Sean, I'm sorry, I don't know him. Is he related to you or something? Is that your son? Your nephew?
Cousin?
I'm sorry, huh? Jonathan Shelton said, I like to say the game your Broncos beat the Bengals in 02. Ocho had 6 for 95, and you had 1 for 23. Put some respect on his name. Second, can you reflect on the game in 02 when Dante Hall had that iconic juke against the Broncos? Man, we beat them. Man, I think I had a big game to end up calling it back. I think I might have had a touchdown against the Bengals and called it back.
Not.
I know I called a bunch of touchdowns against you.
Not me specifically because I wasn't playing defense.
The Bengals, your team, the Bengals. That's
because I didn't play defense.
All I know is I beat the Bengals more than they beat me. And I beat them when you was on the team. Were you on the team in 02?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay. So you had the 6 for 95 and 1 touchdown.
Couldn't nobody stop.
In a losing effort. In a losing effort.
Nothing I could do. I'm worried.
Yeah, there's something you could do. You could have had 10 catches for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns.
They only threw me what I had. Everything they threw me, I caught.
You caught that L too, because we threw that too. Got it. Yeah, oh yeah. I was on the sideline when Dante Hall did that move.
That was live. The human joystick.
Bro, he had some boy. Hey, that joker there would shake yo. Ooh-wee. Ocho, he could do it.
He was nice.
That little rascal,
he
man.
Was nice.
I still don't know how he got out of that.
I still don't know. He got out of it a few times.
Yes. Start, stop. Had guys running into each other. Had a couple of guys miss him twice.
Yeah.
After I miss you one time, I'm gonna stay on the ground. You ain't finna make me look. You ain't finna make me look bad twice. Lady Ray said, "Hey guys, thanks in advance for helping me achieve my New Year's resolution of finally seeing a live Nightcap show. See y'all in NOLA."
Oh yeah.
Laney, look forward to it. Come up, introduce yourself. I'm sure we've had a few people that in Atlanta and Houston and Dallas, came to both shows. Dr. Frankie, she was in Vegas and she came to Atlanta. So, Doc, we counting on you. Blind 91, I for sure Googled the NFL minimum and it was $7.95. Ocho said he make 10 times that. He got that money on top of 3 McDonald's franchises. I know he got it. But he want to hog tie me Oh, get it. Hey, I want you to get what I want you
No,
to
no, no,
know,
no, no,
bro.
no. Everybody in the chat told you what you need to do. You want to make things difficult, like, and I'm trying to keep calm. I'm trying to be nice. I've done all I can at this point. You my co-host, and I don't want to say, get it in blood because I don't think things need to go that far. They don't need to go that far. You feel me?
They ain't far enough. I don't think that's far enough. That's me personally. If you asking me, which I think you are, why I got to do all that? I got to download this. I got to reapply for that.
It take 2 seconds. It take 2 seconds.
I ain't got that kind of time.
You download the app. You download the app. You put your card information, and I send you the money. Boom.
What kind of card information?
Your credit card information. I get.
Oh hell no!
What you mean? So what you gonna say? You ain't got credit?
I don't put no credit card information down on nothing.
What are you talking about? Well, you living in the caveman days.
That's okay. I'm gonna keep on living. But I bet you ain't nobody running no credit. They run up no bills on my credit card.
Ain't nobody running up no mine either.
I know. I ain't running up no money on yours either because of your money, my money in your pocket.
I'm trying to send you your money.
No. I want you to give it to me, put it in my hands.
All right. But I got you in New Orleans.
5,200.
That's fine. That's fine.
Make it rain.
That's fine.
Combo starter. What's up, Unc Ocho? Day one nightcapper, son. I've seen your grades. You couldn't get into prison. The funniest thing I've heard in a while. Yeah. Ocho talking about marine biology.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know what he talking about. I made the dean's list.
Paula Dean or Jimmy Dean?
The dean's list. Honor roll. That was me. I was an academic scholar going to school. Despite the perception on what people may think, I was a smart.
Ocho, you ain't make not one honor roll.
Man, I made honor roll in kindergarten.
Now me, Lord have Boy, hey, you ain't getting number stars and cookies. You got stars and cookies all the way through 12th grade.
I got satisfactories.
Exactly.
Listen, dean's list. And when I was at Harvard,
I was on the dean's list.
I made the dean's list at Harvard one semester. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Aaron Owens, what's up, Unc Ocho? What's your script club, Mount Rushmore?
Come on, man. Don't do that to me now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Ocho just about to get out the doghouse. Let's let him get on out the doghouse after a couple of months, and we'll revisit this, Aaron.
Oh, man, who asked that question, man? Read the room, man. Read the room. Read the room.
Magic. Follies.
I don't even go to strip clubs. I go to Tootsie's between 7 and 9 o'clock. That's it. Oh, really? Seafood. I go for the seafood rice.
I hadn't been to a whole lot of, like I said, Denver. You know, they had the Mile High Saloon. I think that's closed down. They had Shotgun Willies and they had Diamond Cabaret. But I haven't been to a whole lot of them. Like when I ain't really trying to go to no strip club when I go out of town, Ocho.
Listen, I'm going for the food. And I don't frequent strip clubs often.
I bet you are going for the food. Huh? Mm-hmm. Them legs and thighs.
No. Nah.
No. I ain't going. Like when I go out of town, I mean, I'm not going. That ain't the place I want to be. And I ain't really met a woman that wanted to go. I mean, everybody like, yeah, man, my girl be liking that. Oh, these chick be like, well, damn. I'm meeting the wrong people. Got it down. I don't want to go. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hey, that is a fun and exciting type of date or encounter. If you have someone that's willing to go with you and enjoy those times, you know, at a strip club, it's fun. You know, I've had a.
All I know is what you call them got some magic. The food like that for real though, Ocho. That thing be nice and hot. Them fries be hot. Them catfish.
Hold on. I thought we were supposed to be going to Magic 2 years ago. What happened?
You. Canceled.
Me?
It stopped me though. Thomas Bray said, young Panthers journalist, and I wanted to hear from the players. What can I do better to understand the game? What is the worst thing I can do? Watch and then ask the players what you saw. Ask the coach what you saw. If there's a situation where you think he maybe should have challenged, or there's a situation he should have called a timeout, you just ask what you see. You don't have to get into the coverages or try to like pretend like coverages and things like that and formations and set. Just ask what you saw. On this play, I noticed blah, 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 and just ask, and the players will give you an honest assessment. Now, the coach is going to say, well, I haven't seen the tape. I'm going to have to go back and watch it to give you a better understanding, but let me get back to you on that. The players will probably say, well, look, we were trying to do this, and we didn't feel it communicated, so forth and so on. But you need to watch the game and then ask the players about what you saw. And for the most part, they'll give you an honest answer. Not the quarterbacks, though. That concludes this episode of Nightcap. Tomorrow, NFL football.
Yeah.
The Ravens and the Steelers. And who else is doing?
That's it.
Ravens, Steelers, and is it the
no,
Bucks? Is it
ain't
the
no
Bucks?
Ducks ahead of tomorrow?
Oh, it's the Green Bay and Philly? Oh, okay. So both AFC games are tomorrow? Oh. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And thank you. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite Shannon Sharpe, wearing my tightest t-shirt. That guy is being a Ring of Fame honoree. Guy that refused to pay me my money until I do something bad to him, which I don't want to do. I will bring his family together, and I ain't talking about for no family reunion, but he gonna make me do something bad, and forgive me. Being a Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowl, the All-Pro, that's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from, and we thank you again for joining us late after college football. But tomorrow is all NFL. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. Let's celebrate the new year. What better way to celebrate than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? If you cannot find it in a city or state near you, order it and we'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shea Media. And my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Our newest release just dropped last month. T-shirts, sweats, beanies, koozies, and mugs. Quantities are limited. Keep that in mind. So make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our very first Super Bowl show, our first spring tour stop, they're on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. February the 6th in New Orleans. Be there. Got big guests lined up. Ocho and I will be our typical selves. A lot of fun. Both Nightcap and Club Shay were both nominated for NAACP Image Award. Nightcap was nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Art, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay was nominated for Outstanding Podcast, Society, and Culture. Please go vote for us. The link is pinned in our social bios. Thank you, because all this is possible because of your support for Club Shay and Nightcap, and we appreciate that here at Shay Media. Ohio State defeated Texas 28-14, and they advanced to the national championship game on January the 20th against the Fighting Irish. They're seeking their first national championship since 2015. Jack Sawyer sealed the victory, Ocho, with a strip sack, scoop, and score to push the lead to 28-14. And they win 20 by that score. Ohio State 13-2. Texas 13-3. Had a great season, but a lot of missed opportunities. What could have been? Ohio State is already an overwhelming favorite, a 9.5-point favorite over Notre Dame, according to DraftKings Sportsbook. Thank you. Tomorrow, The Steelers travel to take on the Ravens, and the Chargers travel to take on the Texans, correct? So we'll be, which game is first? The Texans is last. First, and then the Ravens Steelers. We'll be joined. We'll see you guys after the Steelers Ravens game. Be here. You don't want to miss it. Hopefully, it's a very interesting game. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow after NFL football.